We've all heard of body language, or we use it a lot without realizing it. So, have we ever asked ourselves that why we use our body language or why it is so important to use it? So, let me tell you. Communication is one of the most important parts of our lives. And if we want to be effective in our relationships, we need to communicate well. But in order to communicate well, we need to be aware of our nonverbal cues or body language. There's a quote that I love very much, and now I want to show you that. Actions speak louder than words. So, which means that what you do is more critical than what you say, because it reveals your intentions, your emotions more explicitly. In this sense, it is important to be aware of the way we use our body language in communication. According to Dr. Mehrabian, who is a professor emeritus of psychology at the University of California and has devoted his life to early understanding of body language and nonverbal communication. So he worked on a formula on explaining how the mind decides on meaning. He came to the conclusion that 7% of a message interpretation is verbal, 38 is vocal, and 55 is visual. According to his findings, 93% of contact is nonverbal. So this is a huge number, as you can imagine. And this means that how to say takes precedence over what to say. So what does body language include? It includes that our nonverbal actions, body postures, gestures, facial expressions, and so on, and often performed as unconsciously rather than intentionally. When you communicate with others, whether you realize it or not, you're always sending and receiving messages. All of the nonverbal behaviors, your expressions, your tone of voice, and amount of eye contact send powerful signals. And these signals continue even we stop communicating. Even if we are silent, like when we are not saying anything, we are still communicating non-verbally. As I said, silence, like in Western societies, can be seen as troublesome and unsettling. It can be a symbol of disinterest. However, in other cultures, like in China, silence can be used to express agreement. Or when we look at eye contact differences in cultures, like in Western societies, eye contact is a symbol of trust. However, in many Asian, African, and Latin American countries, maintaining eye contact is seen as hostile. If we look at body language in English language teaching, I can say that using body language in English classes is a very powerful skill. As teachers, if we can use it correctly, we can attract students' attention to the class, to the lesson, and make our lesson more effective. And most importantly, we need to realize that whenever we speak, we use our body language as much because it is much more important than we think. And don't forget that the most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. Thank you.